All right, here's some help in the CSP Code High School 4.4 if you got stuck. So one thing we're doing if statements. One thing I don't like over here is this looks like it's not Python. This is like your quick docs or Java, so I'm not sure why they showed that. So I'm going to shrink that down. All right, so this one, we're supposed to prompt the user for their name, and then if their age is greater than or equal to 13 and less than or equal to 19, we would say they are a teenager, it looks like. So first thing we should do is prompt user for age. So that would be an input. So you got to name the variable, use camel case, right? And since it's a number, I'm going to put int before my input. All right, check out the parentheses, all that stuff. Remember, what goes in the input is the text you want to show up on the screen when you are asking them an age. I like to put a space just because it looks nicer over here. Okay, so with this line, it's going to show up on screen, what is your age? Whatever they type in will be stored instead of a string, which is default for input. It's going to store it as an int, and then it's going to store it in here as an integer in age. Okay, so after that, then you have to make your decision. Okay, so in this one, you're going to say, so I'm going to check, I'm going to put an if, right? In Python, we go if, and then we say my variable is age. So if age is bigger than or equal to 13, and I also want to be less than or equal to 19. So how do I put two things together? You don't get to just do this. That would be bad because it doesn't know what you're talking about. You'd have to say, and age is also less than or equal to 19. Put your colon, and then what do I want to happen if age is between 13 and 19? I'll let you do that. All right? Okay. Now, what's weird here is I got that taken care of. Yes, you are a teenager, but it's supposed to do something else here if you're not inside the range. So I need something more than an if, and that's an else. So if you click on the docs page, right here there's if else. Here's the if statement stuff, right? If Boolean expression, print this if it's true. If number is less than 0. Okay, here's if else. Basically, you want a condition if it's true, and the else is the condition if it's false. So I need to back this up and say else. And the cool thing about else is you don't have, notice I don't have to say if you're less than 13 or bigger than 19. You don't, because how if else's work is the only way this code will run is if that code is false. So it already knows you're not between 13 and 19. Otherwise it would have done it. So if you're between 13 and 19 and that's true, this runs. Otherwise, this runs. All right, so that you can do. Just make sure you actually, type them like this. Otherwise, they get kind of mad at you. Okay, so next one. All right, here's the next one called Meal Planner. Once again, not sure why they have this here because that's not Python, that's Java, which is another class I teach. So let's shrink that down. All right, so in this program, you are going to prompt the user for a meal. So, I like to comment these here, prompt user for a meal. All right, so what I'm going to name this one? How about meal? Now, meal is going to be a string, so I don't have to do that casting thing. What meal do you like? All right, so we're going to prompt them for a meal. They're going to type it in. It's going to store it as a string called meal as a variable. Now we're going to make our decision time. So let's see. It says using if statements and else statements, print the user message recommending a meal. For example, if you pick breakfast, it would say, how about some avocado on toast? Bonus if you can use elif in this problem. Check out elif in the docs tab. So I'm going to docs tab for sure. It's under if else. We kind of saw this on the last one. Elifs are cool because they save you writing. I'll show you the other way to do it, but so your first if is normal. If it's true. So if this first condition is true, it'll run that part of the code. You make a second condition, and this only runs if the first part was already false, and now this is true. This only runs if both of those are false. Okay, so here's an example. If color equals the string purple, see how it says equals equals. So if color equals red, or color equals blue, or color equals yellow, it'll print primary color. Next, if color equals green, or color equals orange, or color equals purple, it'll print secondary color. And if neither of those are true, it'll say not a primary or secondary. Okay, so basically it checks if this is true first. If it's not, it moves on. Checks if this is true next. If it's not, it moves on. And the only way it prints the else is if none of the others were true. So I'm going to start saying if meal equals breakfast. Okay, we're going to do one thing. Okay, now instead of saying else here, I'm going to say elif. Elif is just short for else if, by the way. Okay, so meal doesn't have to equal breakfast. It could equal, remember to use equal equal. All right? So it could equal lunch. And then you need another one. Right? This would be code if dinner. And then else, what if they didn't type in breakfast or lunch or dinner? Oh crap, those wouldn't work. I didn't put quotes around it. There we go. What if they typed in a word that was like, what meal do you want? And they said 7. I'd be like, what the heck are you talking about? So maybe you write something at the end that catches any weird answers like, that is not a meal, you hobbit. Okay. If you ever watched the little hobbits with their extra meals in there. Okay, so breakfast, lunch, dinner. See if you're going to meet the requirements. Yeah. Now, I'm going to pause this and I'll show you the other way to do it without using elifs. It's kind of weird, but I'll show you. All right, so here's another chunk that does the exact same thing but without elifs. And you probably can see why we started using elifs because look at how much crazy indenting you have to do. So it starts off the same. If meal again equals breakfast, they prompted here, you'd write your code for breakfast. And then, so if this is true, it runs this. If it's false, it runs the else. That's this whole thing here. Okay. Now, if it's false, you want to be like, wait a second. So if they didn't say breakfast, what if they said lunch? You do your code for lunch. But then you have to have something to handle what if they didn't say lunch, which is this else. So if they didn't say breakfast, it jumps to this else. Then you say, okay, do they say lunch? If they did, it runs this. If they didn't say lunch, it jumps to this code. And then it checks inside this else. These are called nested if loops, or nested ifs. If that's not true, then it checks, did they say dinner? And then if it did, it runs the dinner code. And if that's not true, it's got to say something else. So you can see all this nesting with the spacing gets kind of irritating, and it's hard to keep track of. So that's why we came up with elif. It's just quicker, and it's pretty awesome. It's like doing all this indenting, but you don't have to, because look at this code. Boom, 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 boom. So it's pretty efficient. Use it often. All right, awesome. Next one. Oh, the next one is your AP practice. So we're going to let you do that on your own because it's good practice for your AP test. All right. I will talk to you guys later.